Good morning. Welcome back or welcome to Yoga with Ciara. This is Sunday. This is the 11th day of Empower. And today we're going to be looking down the beach. So we're going to be extending into our spine as we lie on the floor. And we're going to do Pigeon. And so great. So come lie on your back to begin with. And we're going to warm up the knees and connect into our legs and then progress into spinal work. So come, great. So landing in, arrive onto the floor and just feel the length of your back body as you rest. So the back of your head, the back of your shoulders, the back of your rib cage, the lower back, the pelvis, the back of your thighs, your calves, your feet, or the soles of your feet. I like having my knees bent in the beginning when I lie on the floor. It really offers my lower back a possibility to really settle and drop. So unpack your shoulders. So just rock so that your elbow lifts a few times. So I'm rocking, lifting, rocking, lifting, rocking, lifting. And then I'm lifting the left one more and then draping it down. And then lifting the right one more and draping it down. So I'm out into a T now. Reach really wide into your fingers, as wide as you can go, and feel like you're pulling from the deep center of you all the way out into your fingertips. And then relax your arms deeply. And then do it again. Reach deeply into your fingertips. And then relax. Flatten your lower back down and then arch into your lower back. And notice what happens to your shoulders and to your lower back. How are they connected? How does rolling and moving, arching, flattening down, how does it affect the direction of your chin towards the ceiling? What's happening in your body? Nice. Rock your knees from side to side. Notice what happens in your shoulders as you do this. See if you can really keep your shoulders where they are as you move your knees from side to side. So I'm gluing or vulcanizing my shoulders to the floor, really stabilizing my shoulders on the floor as I move. Nice. Drop your knees down towards the left. And now, so we're going to roll your right hand, the one behind you, is going to stay on the floor. So roll up onto your left shoulder, but keep the right hand touching the floor. And now suddenly my right hand is into my lower back. And then straighten your arm, lie on the floor, knees back to center. Drop your knees to the right and roll over onto your right shoulder. And my left hand will drag along the floor and end up into my lower back. Stretch your arm long. And so rock from side to side with the back hand dragging along the floor as you do this. If for any reason your neck is finding that this is too strong, then go slower so that you just roll a little bit and you keep your hand on the floor behind you, but you keep your head low. You just feel that. How far can you go? Maybe you bring your nose to the floor all the way over towards one side. And as you do that, your back arm wraps beautifully around the back of you. And maybe you bring your nose to the floor on the other side. So just roll. Nose to the floor one side. And then nose, I think we've just made up a new movement. I wonder what this would be. Lying down, seaweed arms. It does feel a little bit like seaweed arms somehow. Draggy arms. If you come up with a good name for this, do tell me. Tea towel arms. Maybe tea towel arms. See, how do you feel this? How does this wrap you? Wrapping arms. Wrapping arms. I like wrapping arms. See, tell me your name for this. Nice. Land on the floor, pause. I find that movement amazing for my shoulders. Love it. Nice. So draw your right foot up, stretch it up towards the ceiling, and then bend your right knee and bring your foot to the left knee, and then draw your left knee up towards you. Nice. Stretch your right leg up towards the ceiling, and then bring your right foot to your left knee, draw your left knee up towards you. Nice. Right foot up towards the ceiling, and then left knee towards you. Slow it down. Right foot up towards the ceiling, pull your leg down towards you. And then right foot to your left knee, squeeze your left knee up towards you. Nice. One more time. Stretch your right foot up towards the ceiling, pull it down. And then right foot to your left knee, squeeze it down. And then just roll like there's a clock on the back of your pelvis. So when we come to pigeon later on, this movement, having warmed up into the pelvis, into the knee, will be really beneficial, really important. Oh, and then roll in the other direction. I'm going to stretch my arms wide again because I'm just really interested with how my arms are on the floor. Rock from side to side. As you rock, see if you can do your arm wrapping and drop your knees down one way. Touch your nose to the floor. And then arm wrapping in the other direction. Oh, look at that. Arm wrap to one way. Arm wrap to the other way. Nice. Come back to center. Change. Stretch the left foot up towards the ceiling. Long and strong through your left leg. And then bend your left knee and draw the right knee up towards you with the left foot resting on top of the right knee. Nice. Stretch your left leg up towards the ceiling. And then left foot to your knee. Squeeze your right knee towards you. Nice. Again, stretch your left foot up. Left foot to your right knee. Squeeze it in. And then draw a circle with your right knee. And that's going to move your left leg. And then circle in the other direction. Nice. We're going to do arm wrapping. So rock your knees over towards one side. And then wrap your arm behind you. Bring your nose to the floor. And then the other direction. Arm wrap. Rock your knees over. Nose to the floor. And then just arm wrap. Arm wrap. I've been gardening the last week or so now. And I can feel how my deep shoulders and my spine. Squeeze your right knee towards you one last time. Deep spine between my shoulder blades really wants some space. So that's what we're doing the last few days. It's really awesome. So roll over and come up and come to lie on your belly, actually. Lie on your belly and bring your elbows underneath your shoulders and your hands to the floor. And then push your elbows down and stretch into your legs and squeeze your bum. And then lift your toes off the floor. Drop your toes down, drop your head down, and try and bring your forehead as low as you can. Nice. Rise up, looking down the beach. Lift your toes, lift your knees maybe. Drop your legs, drop your head down. Lift your head, lift your feet. Drop your feet, drop your head. And lift your head, lift your feet. Drop your feet, drop your head. One more time. Lift your head, get really tall. Like how tall and long can you look down the beach? Squeeze your bum, lift your toes, and imagine that you can really try and lift your thighs off the floor. And with your elbows pushing down, you've got amazing length looking down the beach. Breathing into your belly. If you want, you can imagine that you're going to lift your belly button off the floor. Nice. Lowering down. Bring your elbows wide. Bring your head to the back of your hands. Pause. Nice. This time bring your hands underneath your shoulders, but we're not pushing into our hands. Our hands are just there. So if you want, you can float your hands, find the distance that you naturally go to, and then push your hands down and lengthen a bit up. Lower down, find the first moment you can take your hands off the floor. Lower down with your hands off the floor, all the way down. Okay, so we'll do that again. As you rise, let your hands float. They're beside your chest. Find the distance. So my toes are floating as well as I lift my chest. Now, push your hands down. Rise a bit higher if that feels good. Lowering down. Relax everything. We're going to do it again. As your chest lifts, let your hands float with it. Toes are lifted, chest is lifted. Now push your hands down and just see what it might be like to pause here. Look down the beach, have a sense of rising to sea. And then lowering all the way down. Head to the back of your hands, rock your bum. Nice. Bring your right hand to the floor and bring your right knee straight out from the right hip. And then bring your head back to the floor. And then bring your right hand to the floor and look down the beach towards the right. Nice. Lowering down. And then bring your left hand to the floor and gently look down the beach towards the left. And lowering down. So we're going to do that movement we did before. Bring both hands underneath your shoulders. Slowly rise, let your hands float. And then push gently and look forward with your right knee out to the side. Breathe into your belly. Nice. Lowering all the way down. Stretch your right leg long. Other side. Bring your left knee straight out towards the left. Bring your left hand to the floor. Look down the beach towards the left. Lowering down. Look down the beach towards the right. Lowering down. Both hands underneath your chest. As you lift, let your hands float. Push gently. Look down and forward. Lowering all the way down. Stretch your leg out long. Cool. Pause. Super. Push your elbows down, reverse yourself back. Slowly reverse yourself back into a child's pose. Just let your breath be deep. Nice. Come up into your cat, rounding your back and arching your back. Rounding your back, arching your back. Rounding your back, arching. Nice. So we're going to start by coming into zigzag. So bring your left knee forward to your left hand. And then sit your bum down and end up in zigzag with your left knee forward and your feet towards the right. Bring your elbows down either side of that left knee and really try and squeeze deeply down with your weight towards the left thigh. It's like I feel density in my belly as I push down, as I lean down. You can walk your hands out forward. I want to bring mine out at a 45-degree angle. There's a space between my shoulder blades that I'm really longing for. And just feel out where feels like the coolest place for you to put your hands. You can lift your hands off the floor. See what that's like. And bring them back down. One hand, other hand, both hands. Nice. Both hands to the floor. Come back into your cat pose. And then right knee to your right hand. Sit your bum down into zigzag. Bring your elbows either side of that right thigh and really compress your belly down onto that right thigh. If for your knee this feels strong enough, then stay here, or bring your hands. I want to go out at a 45-degree angle with my hands. And then really bring your weight deeply down onto the floor, breathing into your belly. You can lift your hands off the floor if you wish. Keep them down. See what's right. Breathe. Nice. Hands to the floor. Push back. Downward dog. So if you know for your knees that's strong enough for your knees, then stay at this level. Or bring your left knee forward and straighten the right leg long. So you're coming into pigeon. So pigeon is going to put effort into the left knee, effort into the right hip, effort into the spine. So just see how this is for you. Bring your hands flat and then try and lift your hips and then lift your head. Lift your hips. If you're in zigzag, then you'll lift your hips, lift your head. Okay, so it's the same thing. Lift your hips, lift your head. When I lift my head, I come up onto my fingertips. Lift your hips, lift your head. One more time. Lift your hips, pause there. Nice. Drop down, lift your head, and I'm pushing down into my fingertips, and I'm walking my right leg back behind me. Breathe into your belly. Remember, mind your left knee. Adjust into zigzag if you wish, or stay where you are. If you want, you can come forward, down over that left thigh, and really try and sink your hips evenly towards the floor. Always mind your knees. Always. Knees are funny things. They only really bend forward and backwards. Forwards. They bend one way, really. And there's a small amount of sideways, a small amount in the other direction. You know, sometimes my knees bend a bit backwards, but still, you know what I mean? They do more or less one thing, knees, which is amazing. They walk forward, which is incredible. And often, if you don't sit on the floor a lot, then this angle that we're doing with the knee isn't really, there's no weight bearing into the twisted slightly knee. And so we're just really deepening into that twisted slightly knee and allowing there to be range and mobility and strength here. Nice. Bring both hands to the floor. Come back into a cat. Push back into your downward dog. Just pause there for a moment, really creating length through your legs, strength back into your heels. Nice. And then bring your right knee forward to your right hand. So again, either you come into zigzag because you know you want to mind your right knee, or you lengthen the left leg long behind you. And we'll do as we did before. Lift your hips. Lift your head. Lift your hips. Lift your head. Lift your hips. Lift your head. Last one, we're going to hold it. Lift your hips, pause. Drop your hips down. Rise up onto your fingertips. Lift your head. Rise deeply. If you want, you can walk the back leg a little bit further away from you. You can lift the back knee off the floor to intensify the stretch. Nice. And maybe if you want, you can bring your elbows forward. If you're in zigzag, bring your elbows forward. If you're in pigeon, bring your elbows forward. Always mind your knees. Nice. Hands to the floor, push back. Push back into your downward dog. Just pause there for a moment. Wiggle a bit. So come to your bum for a moment. I have this idea. So sometimes ideas come to me. So let's see how this works. So that wrapping thing we were doing before. So your arms are wide. So now turn your chest towards the left and allow your right hand to come into your lower back. Okay, my left hand is straight to the left. My right hand is now scooped into my lower back. Twist your left hand more behind you and pause there. Nice. Bring both arms wide. Turn your chest towards the right and then scoop the left hand behind you. So my left hand is now resting into the lower back. Bring your right hand more around the corner. Back to center. One more time each side. Turn your chest towards the left. Bring your right hand behind you. Bring your left hand back. Change. Turn your chest towards the right. Bring your left hand behind you. And then bring your right hand back. Nice. Both arms down. Just roll into your shoulders. Very nice. Hold on to your opposite elbows and then just keeping your head center, just bring your elbows to the right, elbows to the left, elbows to the right, left, right, left. Roll your shoulders again, big circles. And roll in the other direction. Nice. Come lie on the floor. Landing in. Have the soles of your feet together, your knees apart. Walk your shoulders away from your spine or from your hips. Rest your hands somewhere that feels really comfortable. And pause. Pause. And then roll over onto your side. Pause there, lying on your side. And just set an intention for the day. Something that you aspire to do. Still haven't painted. Did some sewing last night though, which is very nice. So yeah, my intention again is to paint. I will keep digging that well until I hit water. Nice. Yeah, that feels very nice. That feels very reassuring to me that I can intend something for a few days or for a few weeks and we go, oh, that feels really important to me. And still not be able to get to it. And then it's a bit like digging a well. I'm slowly intending, digging, and then it shall happen. So it's all set up. I set up all my art stuff here again and yeah. So have a wonderful day. I think I hear it starting to rain. Those of you I'm meeting at the beach, I think there is water. I think the tide is high. I think this morning when I woke up around 4:20 to a sound, and I think I could hear birdsong. I was like, is that possible that I hear birdsong at 4:20 already? So I must talk to one of the birdie people that I know and ask them, like, was I actually hearing birdsong? And then the stars this morning, oh my God, like sometimes the stars are just normal. You know what I mean? They're just like, oh, they're the stars, aren't they beautiful? But like this morning I came out and actually I was like, wow, like some of those days where I think if you listened really hard, you could hear the stars singing. It was just spectacular. It was stunning, the stars this morning. Have you, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you all tomorrow, bright and early for some of you, late and bedtime for others. So great. Thanks for joining me. Ciao, ciao, Slán.